so now it's in the whip we left at. Can't remember anything, but I know we got lit. Good times, live in the moment, feel like summertime. Obsessed with nation, not a world mine. The room is spinning, but I feel fine. Oh my.
You are looking live inside the Lake Orion High School Fieldhouse, where we got a great one on hand tonight, folks, as we have arguably the biggest rivalry in the OAA between the Clarkston Wolves and Lake Orion Dragons. Good evening, everybody. I'm Aiden Novak along with my partner Dylan Lindberg, and welcome to the Dragons Den for this fierce rivalry matchup. And Dylan, the hate has only gotten stronger, but for the better part of 20 years, this rivalry has been all Clarkston.
December 15th, 2006 is the last time the Lake Orion Dragons could stop this Clarkston Wolves team. That score, 51-43. We'll see what we have here tonight. This Lake Orion team, though, is very senior heavy this year. 6 returning seniors, 1 returning junior, and a lot of guys that played some minutes last year as sophomores. But I don't know. I have a feeling that we might have it this year.
As for that Clarkston team, they are a very young squad. They only have 5 total seniors on their entire roster. We did not mention Lake Orion does not have a single freshman or sophomore on their entire roster. It's all juniors and seniors, while Clarkston's a very young team, pretty inexperienced. But the big thing with them, they have the height advantage. Only 3 players on their team are under 6 feet tall. They've definitely got the height advantage, and they have to dominate inside for this game to succeed for them. As for Lake Orion, they've got to get their guards going, and they've got to get it going on the outside and maintain possession of the ball, try and tire out these Clarkston bigs and score points fast, because the only way you're going to stop these bigs is by scoring by yourself. So here we go. Clarkston wins the tip inside to number 13, Hayden Flavin. He is 6'8". He is the driving force of their offense as he gets the first assist to number 3, Cole Charter. And Clarkston's on the board first, 2-0.
You mentioned dominating when you spoke about Clarkston. Last week, 87-58 versus Davison. We get a steal, but looks like the Dragons have it back, though.
And there's the steal. Number 0, Hayden Barrow. Inside looking for number 15, Quinn Rosenberg, but it was knocked out of bounds by number 21, Zach Price Parks.
Yeah. Again, that 87-58 win versus Davison in that Clarkston's last game. Domination is the one word that you would say throughout that game. 87 points is not something you see in high school basketball a lot.
No, almost never. And here's Barrow inside. Quick 4 points for Clarkston, and this is their MO. Score a lot of points. Be dominant on the inside. They've already got 2 easy layups so far. So far, a good start. And here's Scott at the top of the key outside. Number 35, Stephen Butcher, picks up the dribble, looking for somewhere to go. He's got nowhere, finds Scott on the outside, slowing it down. Scott dribble drive to the right, kick out to Galvin. Galvin back out to Scott. Scott inside to Park, stolen by Barrow. Barrow up the court. And that's number 24 for the layup. Then it's good. John Call. And Lake Orion already forced to call an early timeout. Clarkston already off to a very high tempo offense. This is exactly what they wanted to do to start this game. In the paint, quick points, inside, easy layups.
It's exactly what you said. It's just what they want to do. This team is all about scoring points, and they're doing it right now. But when you look out on the court right now, you can just see the height difference in this team. The Clarkston is going to get the ball inside, and they're going to score. Lake Orion's got to find a way to make some shots, some hard shots, because this team is just so big.
And that is the key to the game for the Lake Orion Dragons. You can't stop these bigs from Clarkston. You can't do it. You just got to hope to contain them. And in whatever chance you can, force them to shoot shots they don't want to take. Try and force the ball outside. Don't let the bigs dominate you in the paint the entire game. And as for Lake Orion, they got to make some shots of their own, of course. The only way they're going to be able to win this game is if it turns into a shootout.
Yeah. Well, they do have one big in Zachary Price Parks, one of their best offensive players on their team. He's going to have to make shots. But someone you don't see out there is Ryan Rushlow, another one of their big offensive shot makers.
And there's Parks on the inside. Butcher up and through. First points for Lake Orion. And yes, Rushlow is one of their star players. Butcher in his place tonight so far. as splashing it through from 3, Quinn Rosenberg. Lake Orion gets their first points. Clarkston answers right back with the 3. Scott up top, directing traffic, goes left to Galvin. Galvin dribble drive to the right, to the lane, tough basket, and he gets it to go. Great bucket by Nick Galvin.
Those are the shots they're going to continue to have to make. Tough shots inside around these bigs, but they're going to have to make them if they want to win this game.
And that's the quickness from Galvin. He is small, but he is very quick, and that's what's going to be the winning formula against these bigs. As Flavin inside gets fouled.
That's what height does for you.
Yep.
Get those fouls against those smaller guys.
He's going to go to the line. That one was on Galvin. Almost a foot height advantage for Hayden Flavin over Nick Galvin. Flavin 6'8", Galvin 5'9". First free throw off the mark from Flavin.
Yeah, we mentioned the dominance that Clarkston has had this year, but in this rivalry, going all the way back to 2006, the last time that Lake Orion won a game, 23 straight games for the Clarkston Wolves.
Flavin's second free throw, no good, and yes, that is just pure dominance. Almost 20 years, 23 wins straight. Lake Orion's going to look to pull off the miracle tonight. As Galvin's up top, going to work on Rosenberg. Now to Butcher. Butcher picks up the dribble, finds Scott. Now out to Will Farmer. 4 seniors in this starting lineup so far. Will Farmer, the only junior, as that ball lost the handle. Initially ruled Clarkston ball. We're going to have a conversation between officials here. One pointed one way, the other pointed the other way, and we have Clarkston ball.
Look like Nathan Giacalone checking in.
Another one of those young juniors.
Again, juniors are the youngest guys on your team for this Lake Orion team because they have no sophomores or freshmen.
Rosenberg, now dish. Charter inside to Barrow. Barrow to Flavin. Flavin with a tough shot. Gets it to fall off the glass.
He's going to be their guy to go to down low, I think, today. Obviously, he's 6'8". I mean,
got to utilize that height.
Can't do anything when a guy's 6'8" in high school. This guy's some monster in the paint.
And the tallest they have on Lake Orion, the tallest they have, Zach Parks, 6'4". Scott outside to Galvin in the left corner. Galvin inside, lost the handle, regains it, out to Scott again. Scott driving inside. They've got Giacalone for 3. Just missed to the right. Rebounded by Barrow. Barrow kicks it out to Call. Call driving to the right. Jump stop inside to Flavin. Flavin going to work on Farmer. Spin move inside with the right hand. It's through.
That's their mismatch right now is Hayden Flavin and Will Farmer. That's not a matchup you really want down low. You might want to switch Parks down there, possibly.
And that's a 7-inch height advantage. Farmer only 6'1", Flavin, like we said, 6'8". And there's a steal by Rosenberg, but it careens out of bounds. We've got a substitution for Lake Orion. It's number 20, Joey Nearing, checking in for Galvin.
They are putting a couple taller players in the lineup now. Obviously, Joey Nearing slightly taller than Nick Galvin, but we'll see what they can do. He's matched up with Hayden Flavin, which has the majority of the points here tonight for the Clarkston Wolves.
Scott dishes to Giacalone. Giacalone going to work on Rosenberg. Inside to Nearing at the three-point line. Nearing looking for something. Hands off to Parks. Parks inside. Kicks out Giacalone too high. That ball's out of bounds. Clarkston ball once again. And that can't happen for Lake Orion. You cannot have those kind of turnovers against this Clarkston team. I know it's not possible to play mistake-free, but you kind of have to try and beat these Clarkston Wolves.
With the dominance that Clarkston has established in their previous game this year, turnovers and missed open shots are the things that Lake Orion has to avoid tonight.
As there was a missed open shot by Clarkston, that was Rosenberg from the corner. As Giacalone with the rebound, kicks out to Scott. Scott trying to go quick, kicks out to Farmer for 3, short. Barrow with the rebound. Out to Rosenberg, they're slowing it down. 13-4 with 3:15 left in this first quarter. Clarkston's got the lead. Rosenberg dishes Not an open pass. Giacalone knocks it out. It's the first time we see Ace Walters, number 4, checking in for Clarkston. He is one of the younger ones. He's a sophomore.
Yeah, this Clarkston team is very young, so we will see some of those young guys in tonight. But the seniors got to lead their team, and the young guys just got to come along. You know, they can help but those seniors have to be those leaders on the court tonight.
Scott pushed up to Parks. Parks couldn't find anything. Kicks out to Giacalone. Giacalone going inside. That's a tough layup, and it's no good. But he draws the foul.
That's another thing here. Turnovers, open shots, and free throws. You need to make free throws to win a game. If you miss your free throws, you're not going to win a game.
Yep, and they're called free throws for a reason. They are pretty much free points. As Giacalone at the line here shooting 2 of them. Clarkston's giving them to you, you got to take them.
Yeah. Make free throws, turnovers, create turnovers. Don't give them turnovers yourself. Make the open shots, and maybe they miss a couple shots, and I think Lake Orion's in this game tonight.
First one, no good. Clarkston's student section travels very well tonight. They are right behind the basket. Giacalone will be shooting on.
You know, as a player, you kind of have to tune everything out when you're shooting free throws. It's you and the rim, and there's no defender guarding you.
Giacalone did a good job of that on the second one as he puts it through. And there you go. Clarkston goes quick inside to Flavin, blocked by Parks. And there we have a whistle.
A little confusion on who has the ball.
Ball went out of bounds. It looked like Joey Nearing stepped out of bounds, but the referee pointed the wrong way, I believe. Yes, it is Clarkston basketball. Joey Nearing was out of bounds.
What a block by Zach Parks, though.
Unfortunate way the ball bounced to Nearing, however. The 3 ball is good from John Call from the left wing. Clarkston's got a double-digit lead early with 2.5 to go. Big shot from Call.
I think another thing that Lake Orion needs to do is these juniors have to step up because there is so many of them. There's no sophomores, no freshmen on the team. The juniors need to step up, show what it's going to be like to play against this team for another year, but also they need to show their role tonight and show what they can do.
That ball was blocked out of bounds, and there's, again, height advantage for Clarkston. That was, I believe, Rosenberg got in there on the block as he checks out.
Three juniors in the lineup right now.
Jackson Shosky checked in for Lake Orion, number 1. Parks to the baseline. Tried to get it to Farmer in the corner. It gets knocked out of bounds. It will stay with Lake Orion.
Yeah, I think Lake Orion needs to trim this lead, gain a little confidence in this last 2 minutes of this quarter. But it's a long basketball game, and they can keep chipping away at the lead that was established early.
And basketball is a game of momentum, so if Lake Orion can just generate some of it, they'll be right back in this one. Shosky catches that one over the shoulder on half court. Dishes inside Giacalone for the layup off the glass. Puts it through. Clarkston pushing up the floor quickly here after the Giacalone layup. Giacalone went for the steal, no. Charter up top. That was a hard foul. We could hear that one from up here. Charter will go to the line. That one will probably be on Giacalone. Correction, that was on Joey Nearing, the foul. Charter's at the line to shoot 2.
Clarkston, if they want to win this game, they need to be dominant, obviously, as they have been. But they also have to make the free throws.
They are asserting the dominance inside. Charter makes the first.
Yeah. Again, when you're a free throw shooter, you just kind of got to zone out. You and the rim, lock in.
Yep.
But, you know, the student section will try to get in your head, but you got to zone in with the rim. No, you have the ability to make that shot every time, just like he did.
As he just made both of them. Giacalone, top of the key, working on Charter. Number 3 on number 3. Kicks out to Nearing, out of reach. Nearing tried to save it and went right to Clarkston's John Call. Call kicks it out. Walters out to Charter. Charter to the baseline. Dishes inside. Flavin, no good on the layup. Charter with the offensive rebound, going to work. Flavin back inside, makes this one.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do when a guy's almost a foot taller than you. Giacalone, not the tallest guy on the team, and Hayden Flavin is the tallest guy on the team. Tallest guy on the floor.
Between both teams, and it's not even close. Parks inside to Nearing. Nearing lost the handle, and it's going to stay with the Dragons. And here's Galvin checking back in. Farmer out. And Joey's younger brother, Max, looks like he's coming to check in, yes. And he's checking in for Joey.
So nearing for nearing there.
Nearing for nearing.
We'll see if Max has any better luck against Hayden Flavin.
And they're both extremely talented basketball players. As they try to get the ball to Max, and it's tipped out of bounds. Stays with Lake Orion again. This time, Shosky will inbound. Shosky looking around, finds Parks on the right wing. On the sideline, Parks drives in, nowhere to go. Finds Galvin outside, too strong, too high. That one goes into the Clarkston bench, out of bounds. The Wolves have the ball with exactly 60 seconds left to go in this first quarter, up by 13. The Wolves have dominated so far.
Couple late baskets for this Clarkston team, and they can go into halftime or go into the second quarter up big.
They've already got quite a bit of momentum. Wouldn't be surprised if they can carry it into the next 8 minutes. As Charter drives in with 45 seconds, trying to find Flavin. That ball's tipped loose, saved by Parks. Jackaloni's got it, feeding up the court to Shosky. Shosky driving in on the double team. He trips, and that ball's going to be out of bounds off of Max Nearing. Clarkston gets another turnover on Lake Orion.
Too many turnovers in this first quarter for the Lake Orion team. They're going to have to tighten that up.
So far, pretty sloppy from the green and white. Charter out to the new face, number 32, Shane Dasuki, a freshman. And he's 6'4" as a freshman. Again, more of that height for Clarkston. It's Charter now.
And he's going to be matched up with Zach Parks,
6'4",
the senior captain leader of this Lake Orion team.
And they are still the same height. Charter with 5 seconds, drives left, kicks out to Walters for 3. No good. 1 second left, and Galvin rebounds. And that is the end of the first quarter. Your score, Clarkston 20, Lake Orion 7. Clarkston has had control. We will take a quick break. We will be right back.
High school sports are meant to be fun.
We love to represent our school, and we care about our sports.
We know you do too.
And because we all care, it can sometimes get intense.
So here's our perspective to make the experience more fun for everyone.
We know it's easy to react and yell during games, but we all make mistakes.
It makes the game more enjoyable when we hear you cheering positively.
Referees are human. Respect their decisions. They aren't perfect.
When you feel like yelling at an official, remember that you are representing our school.
As much as we want to win, just remember to keep the energy positive towards all.
During the season, we spend a lot of time with their coaches. They have a tough job.
You can support them by accepting their decisions.
And being thankful for all the time they have devoted to making us better.
Showing empathy and support to everyone involved is important.
Remember, you are the ones that set the example.
Thanks for coming to our games, taking us to practice, and always supporting us.
We couldn't do this without you.
We couldn't do this without you.
We couldn't do this without you.
We couldn't do it without you.
Welcome back to the field house here at Lake Orion High School. Clarkston dominated that first quarter 20-7, and Dylan, we talked about their game plan. Get the bigs going early, get them dominating inside in the paint. They so far have done that.
Yeah, on pace for 80 points right now with 20 in the first quarter. If they can keep that up, this Lake Orion team, I don't see them keeping up with that many points.
We'll see if Lake Orion can get anything generated as the two guards back in. Galvin finds Scott. Scott loses the handle. Rosenberg tried to save it, but it is a faint effort as Lake Orion keeps the ball at about midcourt.
The Lake Orion team here is going to have to score a lot more points if they want to keep in this game and not let it become too far out of hand. They need to score now, and they need to score fast. But they have to find – someone's got to step up. Someone's got to step up and score, and we'll see who that can be.
Yeah, they've already got dug into a pretty big hole here, and they need to try and dig themselves out of it. Nearing inside to the right block, trying to go underneath. Finds Shosky in the corner. Nothing doing for Shosky. Galvin now drives inside to the right. With the right hand, off back iron and through. Galvin's got 4.
Good shot there by Galvin, a tough one. but he's going to have to continue to make those to keep this Dragons team in the game.
He has 4 of their 9 points so far, as it's Call on the left wing. Now Walters going inside to the big man Flavin. Flavin lost the handle, stolen by Galvin. Great defense by Galvin.
Big long limbs, a little uncoordinated there.
As Scott airballs the 3, and Clarkston student section's letting him hear it. Flavin caught the ball off the tip. Call for 3, short. That ball batted out by Flavin. Lake Orion ball. And that is, though, even though Nick Galvin is almost a foot shorter than Flavin, he's able to be lower than Flavin and steal the ball from underneath quickly.
Exactly. And he's got hops. I'm going to be honest. He got up there for that ball when he tipped that.
Yep. Shosky for 3 from the corner. No good. Good look from Shosky. Almost fell through. Walters with the rebound. Pushing it up the court on Scott. Sophomore on the senior. Walters behind the back pass, and they're going to get the whistle. He got called for a travel. Picked up the ball a little too early there.
Couple of turnovers here to start the second quarter for the Wolves. We'll see if they can tighten that up going in.
And if you're like Orion, you got to capitalize on those turnovers. Clarkston's not giving you many opportunities, and they're scoring with almost every opportunity they have. Clarkston is. So Lake Orion's got they got to capitalize on the opportunities that are few and far between.
Yes, exactly.
Galvin going to work on Walters, 4-on-4. Out to Scott now. Scott looking for something inside, goes with the left hand, tough basket through the lane, and it falls.
Basketball is a game of momentum, and Lake Orion has capitalized on it, scoring 2 early baskets unanswered from this Clarkston team.
And it needs to continue. Rosenbach kicks it out. Now back to Rosenberg. Rosenberg inside, no go, it's short. Will Farmer on defense, Galvin with the rebound. Here come the Dragons, pushing up the court. Galvin inside, looking for Farmer, intercepted by Charter. That pass looked a little forced. Charter going up the court, picked off by Parks. Parks behind the back, looking for something. Pulls up, stop jumper, no good.
Looks like he lost his shoe on that play.
Walters did lose his shoe. That might have been why he fell. As Charter's slowing it down, trying to give Walters a chance to get that shoe back on. Charter one-on-one, ISO with Farmer inside. Tough layup, and it's too strong off the glass. Scott now pushing it up quick, up to Parks. Parks with the spin move inside. Tough basket, and it's no good. Tough layup there from Parks. He tried to do that one all himself, and he almost made it happen.
Yeah, Zach Parks is going to have to step up for this Lake Orion team. No points so far in the game.
He has been kept off the score sheet.
Yeah.
As that one rebounded by Farmer. Out to Galvin.
But he is the senior leader. He is a team captain. He needs to score in this game if the Dragons have any chance of winning this.
And here he is with the ball. Barrow and D. Now Scott, double teamed, finds Parks underneath, overhead. We got a whistle. The basket counts for Parks, and a timeout by Clarkston, 30 seconds.
Looks like he was looking for the charge there, but he didn't get it.
However, it was a very, very tough basket from Parks. He made it happen. Today's broadcast is brought to you by the Lake Orion High School Dragon Broadcast Program. You can watch LOHS sports and events all year, including all home varsity basketball games, plus more throughout the winter. It costs less than $12 per month to watch sporting events, and nearly half of the subscription money goes back to our LOHS program. Tune in online at www.dragonbroadcasting.org.
Great thing that we do here. Broadcast all the home games for Lake Orion basketball so people can come and watch if they can't be here in the stadium.
And this is what we bring to you, Lake Orion Clarkston at the Fieldhouse. It's always these big games. If you can't be here, tune in on NFHS Network. We got you.
This rivalry is one of the most heated, if not the most heated rivalry in the OAA. Arguably, I would say, in the state of Michigan, one of the biggest rivalries. But this rivalry doesn't just span basketball. This is a rivalry in football, baseball, girls basketball, volleyball, soccer. You name it, we got it.
Every sport. You're absolutely right. Here's Flavin. He got called for the travel. Couple of uncharacteristic mistakes for the Wolves. Scott checks it into Giacalone. Let's see if Lake Orion can keep building on this momentum out of the Clarkston timeout. Scott kicking out. Shosky pulling up. Tough shot and double team. Does not fall. Nearing fighting for the rebound. We got a whistle and a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Clarkston.
One of those rules that if you don't watch high school or college basketball, you wouldn't really understand. The jump ball arrow, normally in the NBA and the pro level, a jump ball would mean they go for the tip again. But in high school and college basketball, it differentiates the sides per jump ball.
And every jump ball, it changes possession arrow. The possession arrow does switch every single jump ball. As here's Charter now at the top. 3:40 left in this first half. Clarkston leads it by 7. Here's Barrow inside on the baseline, kicking out to Rosenberg for 3, and he rattles it through. That's a big shot from Rosenberg. That is their first points of the second quarter. Clarkston finally found an answer from outside. Here's Scott on the OAA logo. Looking to dribble drive, spins at the elbow, kicks out to Farmer, now to Shosky. Shosky looking for something, nowhere to go. Now Scott pulls up from deep 3 range, no good.
This Lake Orion team needs to gain some momentum back after a couple of missed shots. They cannot let this Clarkston team get back in this game.
And here's Barrow, way out for Rosenberg, it's too high. And it's stolen by Shosky as they tried to save it from the over and back. Shosky kicks out Farmer, look for the shot, no. Now kicks out Giacalone. Looking for something, nothing. Now Nearing, pull up jumper from the elbow, it falls. Good shot by Nearing for 2. It's an 8-point game.
That is his first points of this game. Maybe he can be the guy for this team.
It might be an unexpected name that would step up for these guys, and that would be what Lake Orion needs. Someone unexpected to step up that Clarkston wouldn't have anticipated coming into this one. Nearing shot fakes on Flavin. Handoff to Shosky. Now to Giacalone again. They move the ball around the perimeter a lot. Giacalone tries to get inside. That one was floated a little too high, and it's rebounded by Rosenberg. Charter now in the left corner. Inside to Flavin, the big man. Going to work, and he missed the layup. Gets his own rebound, misses again. Nearing gets the rebound. Uncharacteristic from Flavin to miss those.
If Clarkston wants to win this game, he is going to have to make those shots inside. Puts up the shot, misses the rebound, gets his own rebound, puts up another shot, 0 for 2. That's just not a good look for them. They're going to need to make those shots if they want to win this game.
And Lake Orion takes a timeout to get a breather here.
Stay in tune with Prep Sports Scene by listening to this week's In High School Sports on MHSSA Network. Carried on nearly 100 radio stations and web audio outlets around the state, this week features various sports stories, plus a weekly By the Referee segment. This week in high school sports can also be heard by visiting the homepage of the MHSSA website. MHSSA does so much for the sport, a great organization. Love them.
Absolutely. They give us the opportunity.
MHSAA website.
They give us all the opportunity to play the sports we love and watch the sports we love at the high school level. Dragons break the huddle coming out of the timeout. See what they could get drawn up on the clipboard here.
Coach Andrades out there.
Is the 5 coming out of the timeout are Shosky, Giacalone, Galvin, Farmer, and Parks. For Clarkston, it's Barrow, Charter, Walters, Flavin, and Rosenberg.
Coach Andrades, a great coach, been here for a couple years, but you know what he told us he told us, I think last year, 100 years since this team has won a state championship.
1925.
1925 since the last time the Lake Orion men's basketball team won a state championship. He looks to do it within 100 years.
Here's Walters from way downtown. It's no good, but Galvin's going to get called for the foul on the shot. So Walters is going to go to the line and shoot 3 of them.
A 3-point foul, something you don't see a lot.
Very, very uncommon. But Walters gets one here. Student section making some noise. Might have got to Walters there as he misses the first one. You do have to be able to tune out the student section, but Lake Orion's is loud. They had a good turnout tonight. It's whiteout themed tonight. Walters makes the second. He is 1 for 2.
The sophomores might have a little energy coming in this, being a sophomore in this big rivalry, but if he can step up, he can lead this Clarkston team and help this Clarkston team win this game.
Clarkston just got so many weapons, you never know who could step up at any time, as he misses that one. He goes 1 for 3 from the line, but Charter gets the rebound off the rim. Inside to Flavin. Parks in defense, kicks out. Barrow, Shosky, tough defense. Barrow lost the handle. Lake Orion basketball. Great defense by Shosky.
Looks like it was off the foot of the Clarkston player.
It was a tight double team, though. Give credit to Shosky and Farmer in that double team. That's Jackaloni going to push it up. Shosky somehow kept that ball in bounds. Now double team. Swing pass to Farmer. And that pass was deflected by Charter. It's going to stay with Lake Orion.
A couple of close calls for this Lake Orion team. Needing to score points in the later of this first half. Need points now. Only down by 9, but you look to go into halftime with a little bit of momentum.
They're just keeping this game competitive. After that first quarter start, they have kept the game competitive. It's been almost even in this second quarter. What a shot fake by Parks. Oh my goodness, that was very nice by Parks, and he drains the jumper from the free throw line. 24-17, Clarkston lead with under a minute to go.
This Lake Orion team outscoring this Clarkston team 10-4 in the second quarter.
Yep, and inside Flavin looking for something, and he gets it to go. 35 seconds left. Clarkston leads 26-17. Parks up the court. 29 seconds. Parks crosses over on Barrow. Tries to get inside. Loses the handle. We got a traveling on Parks. 22.7 seconds to go. Clarkston regains possession.
If you can get a quick stop here on this Clarkston team and get the ball back, score once more before the half, go down either 6 or 7, I'd feel comfortable going into halftime.
I would feel good, yes. If I'm Coach Andradas, I'd say, hey, we are still in this ball game. We just got to keep our heads in it. We have a chance to win this one. As we have 10 seconds left. Charter now at the top of the key against Jackaloni. That ball goes off of Charter's foot. 8 seconds to go. This could be crucial for Lake Orion heading into the half if they can get a bucket here.
Needing points on this possession.
Absolutely.
Coach Andradas knows it too.
Gabe Scott checked back in for the final 8 seconds. Jackaloni inbounds. Looks like it's going to be Parks taking it.
Yeah, you got to put your best shooters in here.
And
probably
like
going to be a 3.
Them. 5 seconds. Parks looking for something to do. He's got to heave it. He just chucks it to Farmer. Farmer gets it off. Off the back iron, no good. That is the end of the first half. It has been a great one so far. Clarkston holds the lead over Lake Orion, 26-17. You're not going to want to go anywhere for this one, folks. We've got a good one brewing. We'll take a break for halftime. We will be back for the start of the third quarter.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stand should have fun,
but not take focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect for all those involved in the game.
Enjoy the game.
Welcome back to the Lake Orion High School Fieldhouse. Aiden Novak here alongside Dylan Lindberg. We saw a very entertaining first half, Dylan. Lake Orion struggled in the first quarter. Clarkston's bigs got going early. They scored 20 in the first quarter. However, Lake Orion came out in the next 8 minutes in the second and contained them a little bit. Only held them to 6. Lake Orion scored 10 points of their own in the second quarter. They are keeping this game competitive. It is only a 9-point game.
Yeah, this Clarkston team started turning the ball over and missing shots. That was the biggest factor, I think, in that second quarter comeback. 9 points, though. high school basketball, 9 points is a lot. I see this Lake Orion team making it very close, but that's a big 20 points in the first quarter is very hard to give up and come back from that.
Well, the way the game has gone so far, they have slowed down Hayden Flavin in the paint. They've slowed down all the other guys that are 6'4", 6'5", and they have kept them outside the paint and tried to then done what they should have been doing in the first quarter, forcing them to shoot outside shots that they don't want to take. And if the game continues at this pace, and if Lake Orion can keep this game plan up by containing the bigs, they could keep this game competitive. It could potentially come down to the wire.
They've been making very tough shots. I think that is the biggest thing for this Lake Orion team. Making the tough shots, but you also got to make the easy ones too.
One of those guys making those shots was Nick Galvin as he took the ball out to start this second half. Now it's Scott again. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line. It's good, and that's a great start to the half for the Dragons. Come out and get an early bucket.
Cut this lead down to 7. Not even 30 seconds into the quarter. This Lake Orion team has a chance, and it's a big one.
They've got the heart to do it. They've got the drive. They've got the want. It's just, can they execute? That is the question. Can they execute? As Flavin's up top on Butcher. Butcher with great defense, forced out to call.
See, Steven Butcher is not a short guy, but he is jumping when Hayden Flavin puts his arm up in the air to go get that ball.
As Flavin he's rebounded that over 3 Dragons, and we've got a foul on Nick Galvin.
Dragon foul on number 4.
That's his third of the game, and he's not happy about it. Flavin at the line.
Both coaches talking to their players during this free throw.
Galvin was not happy about that foul call, and Flavin missed the first free throw. Flavin is 0 for 3 from the line so far tonight.
You see commonly those big guys can't shoot that well. They go to the paint and they dominate in the paint, but when it comes to shooting more than 4 feet away from the basket, not a lot you can do.
As we see it there, Exhibit A, he missed another one. He's 0 for 4 from the free throw line tonight. Farmer now drives in with the left hand. Now back out to Parks, drives in with the right hand. Looking for something. Now finds Galvin coming around.
Galvin was not happy about that foul that he got, but it turns out it ended up saving them points, Yep.
If
maybe he doesn't foul there, they get the 2 points, but he goes 0 for 2 on those free throws. I'd keep fouling him every time he's in the paint. And,
Yeah, but then you worry about your guys getting into foul trouble. That's the only issue, especially Nick Galvin. He's already at 3. As Farmer kicks out to Parks. They cannot get inside right now. Clarkston playing very good defense. Butcher tried to get inside there. Abort mission. Scott kicks this to Galvin, almost lost it.
Yeah,
Lake Orion has not done anything on this offensive possession. They have not gotten past the block. As Galvin tries. No. Parks, 4-3. No. Gabe Scott gets the rebound to the baseline. Galvin on the corner. Back out to Parks. Lake Orion's possessed the ball on this offensive possession for almost a minute. Butcher.
The one thing you see in high school basketball is there is no shot clock.
Yep.
They can pass this ball around for as long as they want.
And they lose it. Barrow gets the steal on Scott. Barrow pull up mid-range jumper, too strong. Rebound Farmer to Scott again on the outlet.
This Lake Orion team needs the Clarkston Wolves to miss those shots if they want to have any chance in staying in this game.
And then Lake Orion's got to make them on their own. Farmer with the floater in the lane, no good. Butcher tries to get the rebound. Bats it out of bounds. Clarkston regains the control.
Hayden Flavin is just anchoring in the paint right now on defense, and it's a no-fly zone. Nobody is taking a chance of stepping foot in the paint because Hayden Flavin is standing there.
I mean, how likely are you to get the ball over his 6'8" frame? As here, Rosenberg for 3, no. Galvin corrals the rebound. Now pushes up, slows it down on Charter. Galvin looking for the right hand. He lost the handle out to Rosenberg. Rosenberg pushing to the right. Charter right next to him. He gives to Charter. Charter to the baseline. Finds Flavin on the inside. Flavin being double teamed. Butcher with great defense, keeping him from getting inside, and we got a travel call. Great defense by Steven Butcher to keep Flavin from going up to the basket there.
Hayden Flavin is a big guy, and those non-foul calls is because he's such a big guy. He can overpower 2, 3 guys, but he does get the travel there.
Yep. Here's Parks on the inbound. Giacalone takes it up the court. Galvin is now out.
Couple empty possessions for the Lake Orion team.
And they can't have too many of those as part of the tough reverse. How did he make that go? What a shot by Parks, and now it's only a 5-point game. Oh my.
Zach Parks might be the only guy on this team not scared to take it with Hayden Flavin in the paint.
And there's Rosenberg from the corner, answers. 3-ball for Rosenberg.
What was a 13-point game in the first quarter has now become a 7-point shot-for-shot battle in halfway through this third quarter.
And here's Scott at the top of the key. Looking to drive, can't. Now Farmer with the left hand, almost lost it. Going to work on Barrow. Barrow, great defense. Kick out to Butcher now. Butcher going inside on Flavin. Jump stop. Nothing doing. Jackaloni moving around. Butcher's going to shoot the long ball. Off the mark. Just over the hand of Parks. Call with the rebound.
Yeah, you can see Hayden Flavin just moving block to block, and nobody wants to go in there.
Barrow for 3 from the left corner. It's good. 2 possessions, 2 threes for the Wolves, and those are 2 huge shots to get Clarkston some momentum as Lake Orion burns a timeout. And this can't happen if you're the Lake Orion Dragons. Clarkston can't get this momentum back if you want to be competitive in this one. Check out the totally redesigned MHSAA website. The address is the same. Just go to MHSAA.com for all your news, scores, schedules, and more. The new site works great on mobile devices and makes tournament information even easier to find. Plus, get all of the feature stories and finals recaps right on the front page. Check out the new MHSAA.com.
A smart timeout from Coach Jose Andrades. Stop the rally. See what you can do. You just got to score points now. You got a couple empty possessions, a tough basket from Zach Parks, but you need to capitalize on those turnovers that they're giving you. You need to draw a couple more fouls, and you just need to score more points.
Yep. And like we said, Lake Orion, the only way they're going to win this game, we believe, is in a shootout. They've actually played decently well on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, we saw the 87 points that Clarkston scored with a basket from Clarkston's number 0.
Hayden
Barrow. But we saw the 87 points they scored last week, or they're in their last game, and we thought, yeah, they're just going to dominate. But the Lake Orion team has held this team to only 34 points through almost 3 quarters now. I see no reason this Lake Orion team cannot stop them for longer and maybe score a couple more points of their own.
That is the issue, though. They dug themselves into that hole pretty early, a pretty deep hole, giving up 20 in the first quarter. That's not easy to climb out of in games like this. You can contain them on defense, but the offense has to get rolling. Like, they have to.
Yeah.
In order to keep competitive in this game. And the defense has done their job for the most part. The offense, not so much.
The hardest part is the more time and the more strain you have on defense, the less energy you have when you go out there on offense. So you need to get quick stops. You can't be running around tracking guys down for minutes.
And there's Parks off the glass again. We got a whistle. We got a substitution. Walters coming in. This could be huge for Lake Orion. Flavin coming out to take a breather. This could be where Lake Orion might get a little more points in the paint while Flavin's on the bench.
A big guy like that might not have that much stamina compared to a couple guards in the game, but that opens up the paint with an interception from Jackaloni, looking like a safety out there on the basketball court.
He got up for that one as he pushes it up the court now against Barrow. There he is to the lane, a little too strong, a lot of speed on that one. Pump fakes from the corner, they do get the ball. Farmer now. Good closeout by Rosenberg.
The thing that this Clarkston team can't do is allow offensive rebounds.
Yep.
When they miss a shot, you need to be in there to get the rebound, or they're going to do exactly what they're doing now with the Zach Parks bucket. He is stepping up for this Lake Orion team.
He's already got 6 just in this third quarter alone. Rosenberg kick out. Charter, now Barrow pump fakes. Got Nearing pretty good. Now they move it around to call from the top. Short. Nearing gets the rebound.
And Nearing playing more minutes than we've seen him play in the last game or last year. getting a couple rebounds here, being a big contributor.
There they tried to find Parks again, but Barrow was ready for it. He knocks it out of bounds. It will stay with Lake Orion. Minute 45 left in this third quarter. It's still a 9-point game. Lake Orion hanging tough. 34-25. Farmer inbounds.
Now they're going to give Zach Parks a couple drives down the court to give him a little break here with Hayden Flavin out.
And Max Nearing takes his place.
See if Max Nearing can have the same kind of contributions on the offensive end that Zach Parks has had this game.
Farmer goes with the left hand underneath to Giacalone, kicks it out for three, long, no good. Charter gets the rebound. Charter kicks out, Call in the corner, thought about the three, did not take it. Now it's Walters.
The quarterback-like pass there.
And speaking of quarterbacks, Alex Wyschenko on this Clarkston roster, the starting quarterback for the football team, as Walters misses the three. We have not seen any Alex Wyschenko in this game so far.
A very young team, a couple of sophomores playing, but we've seen most of the seniors play because they are the leaders. They are probably the best players on this team with a foul, it looks like, possibly.
Looks like it's going to be on call, yes. It is on call for a push. Try to make a hustle play on the steal right there. The ball got tipped, intended for Shosky. Call just tried to go after it, and a little too much contact between him and Jackson Shosky.
Looks like turnovers are going to be the name of the game here today.
Yep.
A lot by both teams.
Especially Clarkston as of recent. Has Parks back out on the floor for the Dragons with 40 seconds left. Got a whistle. And it looks like we're going to have a foul on the floor.
So it's going to be...
This one's on number 15, Quinn Rosenberg. It's his first foul.
I think that's going to be for a push again.
Clarkston not in too much foul trouble. They only have 4 different players, each only with 1 foul.
Gabe Scott subbing in for Nathan Giacalone here now.
Here's Farmer on the inbound. Kicks out to Scott on the opposite end of the court. Scott now kicks Galvin. Galvin back to Scott. Scott had an open look, did not take it. 30 seconds to go. Shosky moving around the perimeter. Now inside to Parks. Parks trying to communicate, nothing doing. Feeds to Farmer. Farmer can't hold on. It was a good idea to pass there by Parks. He went up for the shot, it wasn't there. Dished it late. Farmer couldn't hang on, and Clarkston has the ball back with 20 seconds left in this third quarter, up 9. Charter.
Lake Orion needs to trim this lead down to stay in this game. You don't really want to go into the fourth quarter down double digits. If they could stop them here on defense, get a score of their own, this is going to be a ball game.
Yep, and here's Flavin back out on the floor. And we got an offensive foul. Nick Galvin standing in the paint. The foot difference in height. Galvin not afraid at all. He's got some guts to stand in there on that one, taking the charge.
You can see the smirk on his face. He is not scared of Hayden Flavin.
Nope, not
I would be
at
if
all.
I was down there.
You and me both. As Flavin out. Barrow back in.
Flavin.
5 seconds. They got to push up the court. Parks got to pull up something. He does. No good. Looked good from here, but it was an air ball. That is the end of the third quarter. It is still a battle. You're not going to want to go anywhere, folks. It's Clarkston 34, Lake Orion 25. Tune in for the fourth quarter. We'll be right back.
We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official. It's the best decision I've made.
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
To help me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
Welcome back to the field house here at Dragon Stadium. We want to give a shout out to the referees down there on the field. You know, you can be a referee too. In fact, we need you to get out there and be a referee now more than ever. Nationally, there's a shortage of people willing to work these kids' games. And they are just kids' games. So if you love sports, kids, register today at mhsaa.com. And if you're unable to get out there, please respect the efforts of those who can. Big thank you to the officials. Their job, very hard. Disliked by some people if the calls don't go their way. Loved by others if the calls do. But their job is very difficult. Thank you.
And we all appreciate them as Rosenberg inside gets the first points of the fourth quarter for both teams. 25 seconds, and it's 36-25 Clarkston. Galvin pushing up. Now it's Scott on the OAA logo going to work on call. Trying to find something, there's nothing there.
Parks is the guy you want to go to right now. He's hot, but
wow.
Scott with the tough basket.
With the left hand, the offhand.
No, but Zach Parks is the guy you want to go to right now. He's hot, but Gabe Scott looks like he's 2 with a 3.
That was Hayden Barrow. Lake Orion answers Clarkston's first basket. Clarkston comes back and answers Lake Orion's. 12-point game, 39-27. Shosky from the top. 3-ball is good. Lake Orion will not go down without a fight. It's still only a 9-point game. Big shot from Shosky. That is his first points of the night and a big spot.
The junior wants to step up, and when they say we need a guy, he wants to be him.
And here's Walters from way downtown, comes up short.
Gabe
Outlet
Scott.
pass to Galvin. Galvin almost lost that handle, but he pushes up.
Gabe Scott got up there on that rebound, jumping almost a foot in the air, it looked like, from up here.
Here's Shosky again. Just hit that big 3. Now trying to make something happen. Finds Park, spin move inside. Tough right-hand floater, no good, off to the right. Rebounds his own miss. Can't get that one to go. Tough shot from Parks. Way up the court is Barrow in the corner. Kicks it way out to Walters, now to Charter. Tough inside basket. Charter finds the bottom, and it's 11-point lead again. What a shot by Charter there. Cole Charter.
Yeah, Rosenberg and Charter are the 2 guys on this Clarkston team that have been making the shots later in this game.
And Barrow from the corner as well. He's been pretty deadly from outside. Now Galvin. Thought about the shot. Now gives to Scott. Kicks out to Nearing. Back to Scott at the top, trying to set something up on Rosenberg. Shosky now. Back out to Scott. Good ball movement by the Dragons. Kick out now to Nearing. Nearing drives. Tries to do a little too much. Almost lost it. Now Scott. Scott to Galvin. Galvin inside. Quick decision making by Galvin. Misses, gets his own rebound with a little help from Parks, and they still control it. Scott for 3, in and out. Nearing him underneath, gets the rebound. Scott's gonna try again from the left wing. This one falls. Gabe Scott with a big 3, and it's an 8-point game.
Offensive rebound, offensive rebound. That is what this team is doing right now. They miss a shot, they get the rebound. And another one on the defensive end for Zach Parks. This team is in it.
Absolutely they are. Parks trying to go quick. Spin move inside. Tough left hand. No whistle. The student section wanted one.
Yeah, it looks like he was looking for a foul there.
Now Walters pulls up from 3. No good. Tipped by Rosenberg to Barrow. Charter now inside. Can't get anything there. Parks gets the steal.
Pushing it up the court. Need a basket fast. Only 4 minutes left in this half.
Both these teams playing extremely fast. Galvin pulls up with a contested 3. It falls. Oh my, we've got a ball game. It's a 5-point game with a huge 3-pointer by Galvin and a timeout from the Wolves. Wow, what a game. 41-36.
I just want to remind everyone that tuned in, maybe they tuned in late. December 15th, 2006 was the last time the Lake Orion Dragons beat the Clarkston Wolves. 23 straight wins for the Clarkston team.
Lake Orion's got a shot to end it, to end the streak.
Yeah. If this team's the one to end the streak, they're looking for a lot more later this year and maybe in the playoffs.
This is a smart timeout, however, by Coach Wasilk here for Clarkston.
Ending the momentum is the biggest thing in basketball. Momentum game. They call a timeout. They know you're on a roll. They want to stop you.
Yep. And the challenge for Lake Orion is coming out and maintaining that momentum, because that is exactly what the timeout's meant to do. It's essentially like icing you. Cold. Go cold. Because right now, you guys got hot hands right now. Galvin's hot from 3. Scott's hot from 3. Parks is hot from the inside.
Yeah, I think Parks, the same 3 players you just said are the guys you want, that they want the ball in their hand. When the final shot comes in a tie game, you want them to give it to Zach Parks, Nick Galvin, or Gabe Scott.
And those are the guys that are going to need to be the guys for this Lake Orion team if they want to pull off this colossal upset. Because heading into this season, Clarkston, they were rated very highly in preseason polls. They were ranked in top 10 in most preseason MHSAA varsity boys basketball polls. So this would be a colossal upset for Lake Orion if they could pull this one off. As we are now back in action here with 4 minutes to go. Cole Charter pushing up the floor.
Hayden Flavin checked back in for the Wolves. Haven't seen him yet this quarter.
As this call, now they find Flavin inside. Flavin going to work. That's blocked by Nearing. Flavin goes back up and he rebounds and gets it back. 7-point lead. Flavin was not flustered by that block, and he finds the bottom of the net again.
Joey Nearing and Hayden Flavin is a matchup right now that neither one is winning. Block, point.
It's dead even between those two. As Parks, tough drive. Nothing there, finds Scott. Scott kicks out Giacalone. That one's stolen by Barrow. Barrow pushing up the court, one-on-one with Giacalone. He goes up with the right hand, it's good. Approaching the 3-minute mark, Clarkston gets the lead back up to 9.
They are cutting that momentum now, and they're taking it back for themselves.
And that timeout proved to be crucial for Clarkston, as it has definitely helped so far. As Parks to the lane with the easy one. Answers right back. Lake Orion still in this game. They will not go down without a fight here.
He was arguably unguarded going down in the paint there. No one got a hand up to block that pass.
Might have been his easiest bucket of the game so far. As Barrow's wide open from the corner. No. Off the marks, Giacalone got up for the rebound. Up the court, quick pass to Farmer. Farmer gets it knocked loose by Charter.
Ball's going to stay there, though.
Does stay on that baseline. Galvin back out on the floor, Giacalone out.
Will Farmer, a defensive menace, going down, taking the tough shot, drawing the out-of-bounds call for the Dragons.
As here we go, he will be the inbounder. Pump fakes a couple times, now throws it way out there to Galvin. Galvin's going to let it bounce. And they take it with just over 2:30 to go. Trying to get a play drawn up. Handoff. It's Scott. Now Farmer. He's got no dribble. He dribbled already. Nearing. Dribbling to the right. Now it's Scott again. He pulls up from way downtown. Short over the backboard, and that will be out of bounds. Clarkston ball. 2:20 to go. It's a 7-point game, and those are the shots that need to fall for Lake Orion if they're going to want a chance to win. Galvin almost got the steal on the inbound. Here's Barrow pushing up.
This team has been hustling up and down the court today.
They're determined to end this streak. Galvin almost got the steal. Farmer intercepts it. Galvin's going to push up the court. 2-on-1, Clarkston's favor. Euro step by Galvin. No, almost fell. It is going to stay with Lake Orion, though. That was a very, very tough shot by Galvin. He almost got it to go. 2-on-1 with Flavin and Rosenberg. Two guys with a massive height advantage. Galvin almost made it happen.
This team is big, tall, but the Dragons do not care. They see basket, they say ball goes in the basket, they score points, they want to win this game.
And here's Farmer on the inbound. Almost got that one stolen. As the mid-range jumper from Scott off the rim and glass, no good. Ball's loose, and ball's out of bounds. It's gonna go with Clarkston off of Parks. This has been an absolute dogfight between these two teams. It is a battle to the end. Neither team wanting to give up, neither team wanting to give in. It's a fight to the end.
Yeah, this Clarkston team has slowed down a lot since that first quarter, only scoring 25 points
in the last 2.5 quarters.
Exactly.
Now Charter pushes up. Barrow thought about pulling up, does not. Clarkston needs to control the clock. They need to hold the ball for as long as they can. No shot clock in high school basketball.
7-point game. The Dragons need to force a turnover or a missed shot, and they need to score fast.
As now it's Charter on the OA logo, under a minute and a half to go. Call. Dribbling around, now finds Barrow. Clarkston doing a good job controlling the clock, holding the ball. And they pass it out to Barrow. And they foul. Lake Orion needed that foul. Clarkston was controlling the clock way too easy. That's a smart foul by Gabe Scott and the Dragons. Problem for Lake Orion, that's the first foul of them for this quarter. So they are nowhere near the bonus.
Yeah, this Lake Orion team wasted a lot of clock there.
Yep.
They're going to need to score fast and score a lot.
And after the foul, Lake Orion called a timeout. More high school games than ever before can be seen live every week on the MHSAA TV website. The school broadcast program continues to grow with more and more. Some schools, like Lake Orion, produce full live broadcasts of games with commentators like us. And lots of schools use the NFHS Network's automated production solution Pixelot to show both regular season and postseason games. Check it out at MHSAA.tv.
This Lake Orion team has to score now. They wasted too much clock, I think. 7 points in a minute and 13 seconds is going to be very difficult, but I believe they can do it. If they force a turnover or make a couple missed foul shots or a couple missed free throws would be tremendous for this team, but Lake Orion needs to make their shots now.
The problem with this, though, is normally in these late game situations when you're down, you got a foul. Lake Orion's got one foul as a team in this fourth quarter, so they need 5 to get to the bonus to force Clarkston to the line to stop the clock. And they're nowhere near that. Yeah. So that's a little bit of an issue if you're Lake Orion right now.
Fouls earlier in the game are not good, but when you get to the fourth quarter, you kind of want to be in that bonus area.
Pretty important. As they outlet it to Barrow, Park's trying to keep them behind the half-court line, can't do it. Here's Rosenberg finding Barrow again. They foul. 1 minute and 2 seconds left to go. That's only the second one for Lake Orion. They need to foul 3 more times to get in the bonus.
His first team second.
Lake Orion needs the ball back soon. Only 1 minute and 2 seconds left to go. Need the ball, need to force a turnover, and need to foul fast.
And Clarkston only 1 minute and 2 seconds. They do have a 7-point lead. They're only 62 seconds away from extending that win streak over their bitter rivals to 24 games. And another foul by Scott. That was a quick one.
I think something strategic from this Clarkston team that you've seen. Hayden Flavin is out of the game right now on the bench. The possibility of free throw shots. He's 0 for 4 right now. I don't think if you have the ball in his hands that they want him to shoot more free throws.
And they also want the ball in the hands of their best handlers as well, not just their biggest guys. They want the ball in the hands of the guys that won't turn the ball over. And nearing fouls, Walters here. That shot went through, but it will not count as it happened before the shot. Exactly 60 seconds left in this one. Lake Orion needs one more foul to get into the bonus. Clarkston overall as a team is 1 for 7 on free throws, so this could be an opportunity for Lake Orion to capitalize. Giacalone went for the steal, couldn't get it.
That only takes about 0.6 seconds off the clock, so this will be in the bonus now.
And this is their 5th foul. They are in the bonus, so Clarkston's forced to go to the line. It's John Call at the line to shoot 2. There is no 1-and-1 in high school basketball. It is just 2 shots no matter what. First one's no good. Clarkston now 1 for 8 from the line.
Again, we talked about it at the start of this broadcast. Make your free throws and you win a basketball game. That is 7 points left off the board. That would be a 14-point lead if they were 100% from the field, from the charity stripe.
And if they were 8 for 8 from the line, they do have those extra 7 points. This game's pretty much over at this point.
Exactly.
You don't foresee Lake Orion coming back 14 down with a minute left. But instead, they still got some life here.
Yeah.
Only down by 7 as Call's second one is through. It is still a 3-possession game. It's an 8-point lead for Clarkston. Lake Orion's got to go quick. 55 seconds left. Galvin pushing up. Walters playing tight man defense. High screen by Parks. Parks to the lane. No good. Rebounded by Rosenberg. That is a tough shot by Parks. 45 seconds to go. They're pushing up the court. Call had a wide open layup. Smartly decides not to take it, and now foul. Clarkston took a lot of time off the clock right there. After Call made his second free throw, that burned almost 20 seconds off the clock. And Clarkston is so close to icing this game and making it 24 in a row over the Dragons. Barrow's first shot no good.
Again, we see the reoccurrence of Clarkston players missing free throws. If Lake Orion wins this game, there's going to be a lot of free throw shooting at practice tomorrow.
As the second one falls for Barrow, it's a 9-point game. Lake Orion needs 3 3-pointers to even have a chance to tie it. 30 seconds to go. Galvin drives. Went for the left hand. That ball got blocked hard by Rosenberg. 29.1 to go. Lake Orion's got to go real quick. Odds are slim, not impossible though.
I think we've seen crazier things, but this is so close out of reach. They might have done just too little, just too late.
As Scott pulls up from way downtown, Banks, no good. Rosenberg with the rebound, gets fouled. That might have been Lake Orion's best chance to stay in it. As they're going to send Rosenberg to the line, and if he just makes one, it's a 4-possession game. That's pretty much ball game for you if he makes just one.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to come back down 10 points with 22 seconds left in this game. Lake Orion is 0-1, losing their last game to Rochester Adams. And as we talked about earlier, Clarkston is 1-0 with that win over Davison. Making that previous free throw puts the lead to 10. I think this is going to be out of reach for the Lake Orion Dragons here tonight.
As Clarkston has just now hit 49 points, 20 seconds left. Rosenberg hit both free throws. Galvin's got to find something. Parks steps back for 3 at the top of the key. Missed. And then Clarkston's just going to dribble out the clock. That will be it. 5 seconds to go. Charter dribbles the rest of it out. Clarkston extends the win streak over the Dragons to 24 games in a row. The drought for Lake Orion continues. Your final score from the Lake Orion Fieldhouse, the Clarkston Wolves 49, Lake Orion Dragons 38. Thank you for watching this presentation of high school sports. Today's game is copyrighted presentation of Lake Orion High School's Dragon Broadcasting Program and the NFHS Network. Once again, the final score of tonight's varsity basketball game, Clarkston 49, Lake Orion 38. On behalf of our entire broadcast crew and my partner Dylan Lindberg, I'm Aiden Novak. So long, everybody. We'll see you next time.